I'm going to put the rear lights on so you can see. Just connect them up quickly just so you can see them. But the brightness, look at that. Look how bright they are in comparison. Really, really nice. So I was just doing all the indicators and all the other bits. There's even a box, isn't there?
Yeah.
That actually makes the noise of the thing clicking, which we've got to put in. It came with a kit. So when you indicate, there's the headlights. There you go. But you can see the difference between that normal bulb side light and those LEDs. It's unbelievable. Yeah, so there's a little box comes with it, and it's got a little noise generator in it.
Yeah, the bench.
Is that in there? So this is the... Oh, this is it. There you go. Electronic module to produce authentic original flasher sound. That's like a little little module. Unbelievable. That's all it is. Look. I suppose that goes under the dashboard, so you can hear a click, 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 click. So that's it. Incredible. Yeah, it's all there. I mean, I would definitely highly recommend this company. I think they're called the Better Lighting Company. www.betterlightingcompany oneword.co.uk or something like that. But they've also got this Foresight Visionary Lighting. So maybe is a subsidiary of that, I don't know. But there you go. And we'll show you exactly how these things are fitted up, so there's a proper explanation of it, because I know people want to see it. Well, there's the indicator flasher unit. But I like the way that ring, it shows the top of the ring as well. If I can show it on the camera. Perfect, look at that. So this is the original one, and you can see it's not in bad nick. You know, there's a few bits on it. We'll keep it obviously as a backup. But if you look at this one, you can see there's quite an indentation in here. Now the reproduction one doesn't have that. It's completely flat, as you can see here. So what Amir's done is, even though the light bulb holder was out here, what he's done is actually taken that off because there wasn't enough room here to put the bulb holder. So what he's done is put the bulb holder behind. So this one is the indicator and this one is the stop light, and it fits quite nice. But we were just talking about it now. You see here on the rubber, we have to, well, what we'll do is we'll pin it down for a while, few weeks, whatever, and then we'll move it over and try and get it more central. But you can see there's much more overlap there than there is there. It looks horrible. So we're gonna have to, what we'll do is, I mean, they're rubber, so they will, and we'll do the same here. We'll eventually open it up, and you see how we can move it across a little bit. I had the same problem with my E-type lights. They took forever, months and months to bed in. So this is the difference. Now, this kit was bought mainly from Better Lighting Company. It was bought because of the indicators, because what I didn't want to do was have some kind of indicator on the side or underneath. It just looks horrible. And that was the main reason for buying the kit. The bulbs at the front, they're exactly the same as the LEDs. They're exactly the same fitting as the bulbs.
Yeah.
So they can only go in one way. So they're a piece of piss. Same with the LED on the dashboard. But there are a couple of things now, so I want to try and change these over on the reverse light and the number plate light and the side lights. So I'll speak to Gil Kane at Better Lighting and get him to send me them out. But that's the difference. So if you're doing it and you're buying a reproduction one of these, you know, the bottom line is this lens and getting this chromed doesn't add up to what a brand spanking new one is. So, you know, why go with the connection? Although these are in good condition, aren't they?
Is there?
I mean, you know, they're not in bad condition, really, considering how old they are. The only difference is that recess. Now, you could do it. You've got the room to do it with that recess on it, but you haven't when it's flat. It's just kind of in the way. So, obviously, it's been taken behind. It's got insulation on it and everything. And there's plenty of space in the back there, as you can see. It's only those two that are holding it on. So, for anybody wanting to do this, that's the way to go. And as I said, if you have the original one, you could probably leave the holder in.
Yeah.
And if you've got this style one, this flat facial one, just put it behind, and there's plenty of room in this section here, and put it behind, and just make sure it's insulated, of course. Yeah, and then everything can sit nice and flat, and they're both working now. So Mir's still working on the wiring. Is, I mean, it's a big job, and he's learned a lot from Mohammed. So as I said, this is the repeater to make a noise for the indicator, so you can hear it. You know, you will have lights, but you know how easy it is to forget that they're on, and so it's the last thing you want. Just going on to these headlights, one other thing, the chances of us driving this car in the dark's pretty slim. But if we are, at least we have decent lights. But then, you know, we could go somewhere, it could be foggy or whatever, and obviously we want to make sure that we've got the best lighting we can. And I think for under £400 for what I've had so far is not a bad amount of money. Not if you take into consideration the car's worth in total. Certainly put a lot more into it than I actually get back for it, but that was not the object of the exercise. But I would definitely think about upgrading these lights. A massive difference. You can see it on the side light. The inside, you can see it's nice penetration all the way around. And I've just welded this piece up. That's the one I already did. And you can see the difference in the weld. This was a weld here. Just to test it when we put it back in, make sure it was working okay. And you can see how nice that weld is. Yeah, really good. Big difference between, I mean that's good, you know, but it's a hobby welder, but this thing is the dog's nuts. And as I said, I got it fixed up for 10 years, unbelievable. It was working on single phase, and it's a 3-phase machine. And that's why there was no power coming to it, but it's working superb again now. And even the guy that repaired it said it's good quality, you know, it's a top quality machine. It was a good little buy, that. Okay, so that's finished up. That's the inside. Let's put a couple of tabs on there where the big holes were. And that's the top. Still a bit warm. So I'll paint that up in the black. Then I'll do the whole thing in the silent wrap. What I'll do is I'll just make sure these holes are big enough to go through, because we're using the E-type oval washers there because it's nice, it spreads the load really nicely. And yeah, it's pretty good fix. Quite pleased with that. Okay, so that's the tunnel all done. Just painted up. So obviously what I'll do now is put that silent coat on it. This is the piece here for the side. This would have been the solenoid originally, or was it solenoid from the overdrive? I put that on, and that's got to go on. And completely coat it in silent coat while it's off. Because obviously you need to be able to take this off if you need to do anything with the gearbox. So I'll make it as one piece and trim it. And then do the floors individually as well, because if they need to come out for whatever reason. And the rest is just silent coat, which goes straight onto the metalwork and the body. It's looking good. As usual, stay safe, keep the faith, and come back and see us when we've got it on. I mean, when the bonnet is on this thing, it is just, I mean, you know, it's a beautiful engine. It's gorgeous to look at. I mean, I think the Jaguars, these Jaguars of this age, like the E-types, there is a wow factor looking at them. And then when you lift the bonnet up and look at the beautiful engine, because it's automotive art in my opinion. That straight six twin overhead cam, it's a beautiful engine to look at. But when the bonnet is on this thing, and I've put the leaping cat on it, which was an option whether you had the leaping cat or you didn't, but we've put it onto ours. And when that bonnet's on it and that grille, it just looks the bollocks. Anyway, as I said, take care, and we'll catch you in the next one.